Morning, sir. Oh.
Hey, what's going on?
I don't know. Call it in.
Dispatch, Sierra 4. Suspicious vehicle. Gate 6.
Sir, turn off the vehicle and step out where I can see you. Sir, turn off the vehicle and step out where I can see you. Sir, turn off the vehicle and step out where I... Let me see your hand! Let me see your hand!
Public Affairs, this is John Hughes speaking. Yes? I understand. How many were involved? And what's the current situation? Understood. Right away. Mrs. Anderson? Mrs. Anderson, we have an attempted breach at the south gate. There were shots fired.
Noah, I need you in my office right away. Do we know if there were any injuries?
Right now, we know there is only one injury. They're still getting all the details. We're currently on lockdown. All the patient areas are secured, so nobody gets in or out until we can determine whether or not this is a coordinated attack.
If I remember correctly, the CO is out of the country. We'll have to brief his staff. Get in touch with his office. They may want to get him on the phone. Get the BUMED PAO on the phone ASAP. Soon we'll have the local media wanting to know what happened here. They'll be thinking the worst. I want you to give our deputy a call and ask him if he'd like to arrange a press conference once the base is secure. With everything going on, we need to get our arms around this fast, mitigate any misinformation, and get the facts out there. Noah, I need you to go to the security chief's office. Ask him for the incident report for the gate breach. Also, check to see if the security cameras recorded what happened. We'll need all that background info for our initial release. Anderson? Yes, sir. We are aware of the situation. Did you have somebody in mind? We'll have to brief him before the press conference, and right now we don't have all the details yet. Yes, sir. I will stay in contact.
Commander Davis.
Hello, Commander. This is Elizabeth Anderson from Public Affairs. How are you doing?
Well, Miss Anderson.
I was just about to drive off base and found out we're in security lockdown.
So I'm on the way back to the office.
That is what I was calling you about. We were just on the phone with the deputy. He wants us to arrange a press conference so we can deal with the local media all at once. And since you are the hospital spokesperson, you know what that means.
Uh-huh. So what time's the press conference?
We are thinking this afternoon. Probably in 2 hours. We are drafting the initial release now, and that should go out by fax and email in the next 30 minutes. No media calls yet, but we expect them soon, especially after this release goes out. The security chief is expecting to lift the security code within the hour. We're starting to make arrangements for media access and the location. Can we meet at my office? We need to brief you before the press conference.
Got it. I'll be there shortly.
Mrs. Anderson, the press is calling in, and I feel it will definitely go national. I think we'll need to hold the conference as soon as the lockdown is lifted.
We'll do it as soon as we can, but first we need to find our facts. I don't want Commander Davis to face the press unprepared.
Let me see your hand! Let me see your hand!
As you can see, the vehicle stopped 40 yards from our security officers. The suspect emerged from the vehicle, he pointed his weapon, and the officers commenced to fire. 6 shots were fired. 2 of them hit the suspect.
What's the possibility that we can get this cleared for the press conference?
I don't think that'll be possible at this time. The footage clearly shows our barriers and the layout of the entrance.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to release the security footage anytime soon due to security reasons.
It's a shame because from the tape it's clear everything was according to protocol. In the public eye, it would clear our security people from any wrongdoing.
I agree, but we need to remember that we're public affairs, not public relations. All that we're responsible for is to let the public know what has transpired. We're drafting some Q&As now.
So, what do we know about the perpetrator?
His name is Jackson Donovan. He's 26, from Clearwater, Florida. He was reported missing by his family 10 days ago. He has a history of schizophrenia, and apparently at the time he went missing, he'd been off his meds for about a week.
Can we use that information?
That is a tricky point. According to the HIPAA and Privacy Act, we can't release the name and health history of a person without their consent. Has anybody informed his family?
The security chief told me that they have already informed the local authorities in Clearwater.
What's his condition?
The on-site corpsman reported that he was shot in the abdomen and shoulder. The shoulder wound was clean through and through, and the abdomen shot does not appear to be life-threatening. He's being triaged in our ER, and then they're going to medevac him to St. Mary's Hospital in town.
Do we know what his motivation was?
That we don't know. We can't find any affiliations with him and the military. He has never served, nor has he any family members in the military. He also has no obvious connection to any patients at this hospital. He has no priors, no arrests, and no further incidents have been reported from other bases, so at this time he's considered to be acting alone.
Make sure the base newspaper reporter is at the conference.
We will post the press release on the website so the families and base personnel are informed, and update as we have more releasable information. We'll make sure there's an article in the base newspaper. During the press conference, stick to the facts. If you don't know the answer, just say, I will get that information to you. The press will be looking for quick sound bites, so be concise and straight to the point. If you don't want to see a statement quoted, don't make it. There's no such thing as off the record.
Mrs. Anderson is going to facilitate the press conference, so she's going to lay the ground rules into terms of which topics are covered and how much time is allowed for questions. We need to let the media know that the incident is being investigated. Here is your hard copy of the opening statement. It contains your usual who, what, when, wheres, but no whys, because we don't know why.
We can release the type of event, location and time, number of people involved, the people are being evaluated in our ER. The only info we can give on the patient's condition is that the patient is being treated in the ER and condition is unknown at this time. You can say we've been in contact with the local authorities to inform the public about the incident and we are cooperating with civilian authorities. You may want to emphasize the heroic efforts of our security personnel, which reflects their commitment and training, how they prevented this incident from becoming more serious. Tell them we don't have a lot of details yet, but it is important to get out the info so the public, especially those living and working near the facility, know that everything is being handled and their safety is paramount to us. You need to let them know that the PAO shop will keep them informed and provide additional releases as information becomes available.